You ever heard the name Scott Peterson? So it's one of the most infamous double homicide cases in California. 20 years ago, Scott Peterson murdered his pregnant wife, Lacey, and she was in the 3rd trimester. The California court charges Scott Peterson with 2 counts of murder, the baby and his wife. Now, so here's a question. I want you to chew on this one. Why was it wrong for Scott Peterson to murder his unborn child, but would have been perfectly fine had Lacey, his wife, wanted to? Chew on that one, huh? That's because our right to life springs from the fact that we're human beings, not on whether we were wanted or not. Lacey might have wanted her child, but if Scott Peterson says, I don't want that child, and he kills it, the court still said that was wrong because Lacey wanted the child. And so now we're going down the road of human value being dependent on whether we're wanted or not.
So do you think a man should be able to decide that?
Decide what? I think a man should be able to protect his own children even if they're preborn. Currently, in a state where abortion is legal, which is many of American states today, unfortunately still, if you did impregnate a woman and she wanted an abortion and you wanted to protect that child, if you were in California or Virginia or New York, you would have no legal right to protect that child.
That's a little bit crazy. That's a little bit crazy.
Well, before Roe v. Wade, right, that was overturned last year, before Roe v. Wade, that was true in all 50 states. If you said, yo, it takes 2 to tango, that's actually my son or daughter, and I didn't rape her, and we had consensual sex, and I have just as much of a claim to protect that child as she does, the court would laugh you. In fact, men have actually tried filing lawsuits over the last 50 years for parental protection claims to the child they helped create, and it's never been taken up by a court for 50 years under Roe v. Wade because the court said, her body, her choice. Even if you had consensual sex and you're the father of that child, it doesn't matter. Sit down and shut up. Her body, her choice. So fathers have been losing their children for decades and being told to sit down by the culture in the court and that they don't have the legal right to protect their own child.